everyone. Now today we are here to do an experiment from the class 9th chemistry. Aim of this experiment is preparation of true solution of sugar, common salt and alum, a suspension of chalk powder, soil and fine sand in water, a colloidal of starch in water and egg albumin or milk in water, and distinguish between these. Differentiate on the basis of transparency, filtration criteria and stability. Let's discuss some theory related to this topic. Here we will talk about solution and its type. Solution is the mixture of solute and solvent. On the basis of the size of the solute particle, we have divided the solution into the three types. One is a true solution. True solution is that solution in which the size of the solute particle is very small. It is less than 10 raised to power minus 7 centimeter. It is a homogeneous solution. Next type is the colloidal solution. Colloidal solution is that solution in which the size of the solute particle is medium. It lies between 10 raised to power minus 7 to 10 raised to power minus 5 centimeter. It is a heterogeneous solution, but it appears to be a homogeneous solution. Third type is the suspension. Suspension solution is that solution in which the size of the solute particle is very large. It is more than 10 raised to power minus 5 centimeter. It is a heterogeneous solution. In this activity, we will differentiate between these three types of the solution on the basis of different properties. Material required to do this activity are test tube stand, laser light, glass rod for the stirring, filter paper, some different materials to make the solution, common salt, alum, sugar, starch, egg albumin, milk, chalk powder, sand, soil and some water. Let's start the activity. First of all, we will prepare three types of the solution: true solution, colloidal solution and suspension. Now I am making the true solution with the salt, alum and sugar. And I am making 10% solution. 10% solution means I will take 10 gram of solute and 90 ml of the solvent. Okay, let's start. First of all, I am making the true solution of common salt. To make this, I will take 10 gram of the common salt in a beaker. I am placing the beaker on the weighing machine. I am making the weight of the beaker 0. Now I am adding 10 gram of the common salt in it. In the same way, you can make the true solution of the other two solute, that is alum and sugar. Now see, it is 9.8 gram. I can take it as 10 gram. So this is the 10 gram solute. Now I will add this 10 gram solute in a beaker. After that, with the help of measuring cylinder, I am taking 90 ml of water. See, this is 90 ml of water. Now I will add this 90 ml of the water in the 10 gram of the common salt. Now I will mix it with the help of a glass rod. I will mix it till the salt will completely dissolve in the water and we are not able to see the salt. See, that common salt is completely dissolved in the water. We are not able to see the salt at the bottom of the beaker, so it is the true solution of the common salt. Now I am adding this true solution of the common salt in a test tube. So this is the true solution of the common salt. I am placing this true solution of the common salt in a test tube stand. Similarly, I will prepare the other 10% solution of the alum and sugar. See, I have prepared the 3 true solution. One of the common salt, second is of the alum, and third is of the sugar. You can see that all the 3 true solution are homogeneous in nature. The solute particles cannot be differentiated from the water in it. Now let's prepare the suspension. We know that in the suspension the size of the solute particle is very large. It is more than 10 raised to power minus 7. We can prepare the suspension from the chalk powder, sand and soil. I am making the suspension from the chalk powder. To make the suspension, I am taking 10 ml of the water in a beaker. See, this is 10 ml of the water. Now I am adding a pinch of chalk powder in it. Now I will stir it to make the suspension of it. This is the suspension of the chalk powder. You can see that the chalk powder is settled down at the base of the beaker and the solvent, that is the water, is above the chalk powder. So this is the suspension of chalk powder. Similarly, I will make the suspension of sand and soil. Similarly, I have prepared the 3 suspension, one of the chalk powder, second one is of the sand and third one is of the soil. And you can see that the solute particles are settled down at the base of the test tube. Because the size of the solute particle is very large, it is more than 10 raised to power minus 5 centimeter. Now next we will prepare the colloidal solution with the help of the starch, egg, albumin and milk. Milk act as a colloidal solution, so I am taking milk in a test tube. This is a milk which act as a colloidal solution. Now to prepare the colloidal solution of egg albumin, I am taking 2 ml of egg albumin in a beaker. Now I will add this 2 ml of the egg albumin in the test tube. Now in this test tube I will add 10 ml of water. This is 10 ml of water. I am adding it in the 2 ml of the egg albumin. Now I will shake this solute and solvent mixture. See that it become milky in the appearance. So it is the colloidal solution of egg albumin. Now we will prepare the colloidal solution with the starch. To do that, I will take 2 gram of the starch. Now the weight of the beaker is 0. I am adding 2 gram of the starch in it. Now this is 2 gram of the starch. In this 2 gram of the starch, I will add 10 ml of the water. Now I will add 10 ml of the water. I will stir it. After stirring, I will add this mixture of starch and water in a test tube. Now I will heat this mixture so that I will get a uniform consistency of this solution. For that, I am using a test tube stand. Now I will burn a candle to heat this mixture. I will heat it and side by side I will stir it. I will heat it till I will get the uniform consistency of this starch solution. Now we have prepared the uniform consistency of the solution. So this is the colloidal solution of starch. Now I will shift this solution into one test tube. So this is the colloidal solution of starch which have the uniform consistency throughout the solution. So these are my 3 colloidal solution: milk, egg albumin solution and starch solution. Now this is my 3 type of the true solution, 3 type of the suspension and 3 type of the colloidal solution. Now we will differentiate between these three type of the solution on the basis of different property. First of all, we will differentiate on the basis of stability. We have left this setup for 2 to 3 minutes undisturbed, and after 2 to 3 minutes we will observe these three type of the solutions. Now observe the true solution. In the three test tubes, each solution is homogeneous. Solute particles are completely dissolved in the solution. We cannot see the solute particles. This is a three type of the true solution. One is the common salt, second one is of the alum, and third one is of the sugar. Now you can see that these three solutions are homogeneous because we cannot see the solute particle in it with the naked eye. Solute particles are not settled down at the base of the test tube. They are completely dissolved in the solution in three cases. So this is a homogeneous solution, or we can say that true solution is a stable homogeneous solution. Now next move to the suspension. This is the suspension of chalk powder, sand and soil. Now you can see that in the case of suspension, all the solute particles are settled down at the base of the test tube and solvent is above the solute particles. This was happen because the solute particles are very heavy, large in size, so they are not mixed in the solvent. They settle down at the base of the test tube if we will leave the solution undisturbed for 2 to 3 minutes. Now move to the colloidal solution. This is a milk. This is a solution of egg albumin. This is a solution of starch. And you can see that all the solutions are uniform in the appearance. They are homogeneous in the appearance because in it the size of the particle is medium, that lie between 10 to the power minus 7 to 10 to the power minus 5 centimeter. But actually it is heterogeneous in nature because the water and the solute is completely mixed in it. It has not the appearance of water, so actually it is heterogeneous, but they appear to be homogeneous. Now let's distinguish between these three types of the solution on the basis of next property, that is transparency. For that I need a laser. I am taking one true solution from it. Now I will pass the laser light from it. You can see that laser light completely passed from the true solution. So this shows that true solution is homogeneous. Size of the solute particle is very small. It is not able to do the scattering of the light. It allows the light to pass through it. So it is a true solution. Let's move to the suspension. In the suspension, the solute particles are heavy, so they are settled down at the base of the test tube, and above the solute there is a clear liquid. Now see what happens when we try to pass the light from it. If I am trying to pass the light from the base of the test tube where the solute particles are settled, then you can see that no light is passed from the test tube. The light is blocked by the solute particles. But if I am trying to pass the light from above the solute particle where there is a clear liquid, then the light is passing from it. This shows that the suspension is a heterogeneous solution because from the base the solute particles are big, so they are not allowing the light to pass through it, but from the above there is a clear liquid and which allow the light to pass through it. Now next move towards the colloidal solution. I am taking one colloidal solution. I am doing it with the milk. You can do it with any other colloidal solution. I have done this all the experiment with one type of the true colloidal and suspension solution. You can do it with the other type also. Now in the milk I am trying to pass the light through it. You can see that when I am trying to pass the light from the milk, there is a scattering of the light in between the solution. I am trying to pass the light from the milk, that is a colloidal solution, but the light is not passing from it. It is scattered in between the solution. So that's why the path of the light from the milk is clearly visible to us. Now see on the wall, the light is not falling on the wall, it is scattered in between the milk. So this shows that there is a scattering of the light in between the milk, that is a colloidal solution. It is a homogeneous mix. Let's distinguish between these three types of the solution on the basis of next property, that is filtration. For that I am using filter paper. I will fold this filter paper to make a cone with it. Now in this cone I will keep 3 parts on one side and 1 part on the other side. Now I will set this cone of the filter paper in a funnel. Now I will pass the true solution from the filter paper, and we will see that whether the complete solution will pass from the filter paper or not. Now you can see that complete solution is passed from the filter paper. Nothing remain inside the filter paper. So this shows that true solution is homogeneous. Size of the solute particle is very small that it can pass from the filter paper. Now next do the same with the suspension. For that I am again using the filter paper. I will set the filter paper in the funnel. Now I am taking the suspension of the chalk powder. I will shake it. Now I will try to pass this suspension of the chalk powder from the filter paper. Now you can see that solute particles remain on the filter paper and clear liquid come in the beaker. So this is the clear liquid and the solute particles remain in the filter paper. This happens because the size of the solute particle is very large. It cannot pass from the filter paper. Now next repeat the same process with the colloidal solution. For that again I am making the cone with the filter paper. Now I will adjust this cone in the funnel. Now I am taking the egg albumin solution and I am passing this solution from the filter paper. Now we will observe that what happened, whether the complete colloidal solution will pass from the filter paper or not. In the case of the colloidal solution, the size of the solute particle is medium. It lies between 10 to the power minus 7 to 10 to the power minus 5, and you can see that complete colloidal solution of egg albumin is passed from the filter paper. Nothing remain in the filter paper. You can see there is no solute particle in the filter paper and complete solution pass from the filter paper. So you can see that in case of a true solution and in case of a colloidal solution, complete solution is passed from the filter paper. Nothing remain in the filter paper, but in case of a suspension, the solute particle remain on the filter paper because the size of the solute particle is very large. I have done this activity by taking one solution from the true solution, one from the suspension and one from the colloidal solution at one time. But you can do this activity by taking other solutions also and you will get the same result. I hope this activity is clear to you and you have enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much. Filter paper, because the size of the solute particle is very large. I have done this activity by taking one solution from the true solution, one from the suspension and one from the colloidal solution at one time. But you can do this activity by taking other solutions also and you will get the same result. I hope this activity is clear to you and you have enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much.